This is a Windows Phone 7 game review of Snake 8, which is available in the marketplace for free with an ad-supported version, or for 99 cents. So this game is basically your typical Snake game, and you have some settings here with you can change the graphics to new style or classic style, which old style, which really doesn't make much of a difference at all, hardly changes anything. It just uses a block as the head instead of a circle. So that's not really that interesting. You can set the sound settings to sound and vibrate. Not too much there. And the important thing is you can cycle through speed settings with 5 different speed settings total. So you can find something that you like at a good pace and that gets pretty challenging. And finally, you can actually set the wall modes that you can connect through, as you see there, and it can pass through the walls and then it goes up through the other side, or the typical style where you cannot pass through those walls. So personally, I prefer the typical style there, so I'm going to leave it at that. And it does have online leaderboards, but they take forever to load. It does cache them for like the most recent 7 minutes or so, but then when they do try to load, it takes ages, and it takes about 10 seconds exactly, and that's over Wi-Fi, which is not acceptable and way too long, and definitely does kill the experience. But you got your simple touch controls here, and it fills up the whole screen, and I believe there's supposed to be an advertisement there, but the advertisement doesn't work, so free version doesn't even have advertisements right now, which is pretty nice. And you can always get the paid version to also support the developer. And how the touch controls work is once you first play the game, it'll have a little demo that will show you how to use the touch controls, and it's a really intuitive demo. But basically, if we go to the slower speed setting, I'll be able to display it a little better. So what happens is, right now you can either touch right or left, and now you can touch down or up. And it's all relative to the snake's position. So normally if it was just a grid, if I were tapping here, it'd go left, but it's actually dynamic according to where the snake is. So I just have to tap lower than him to go lower, or if I tap to the right, he'll go to the right, and it's all relative to where the snake's head is. So it can be a little annoying when you have to go up there and you have such little area to tap because it's all relative. So those controls don't really work the best in my opinion. It'd be nice to have a choice between controls that are simply a grid with left, right, top, down, instead of having the relative controls. Maybe having the choice, that'd be nice. But you can submit your scores to online scores, and there are 24-hour scores and all-time, so it's really nice because you can actually compete with people and whatnot. So that works pretty well. It's just the really slow download speeds for the leaderboards are pretty ridiculous, and those do suck, but that's the only thing that's disappointing. Well, another thing is the visuals aren't really that great. As you can see on the head there, it's got a lot of pixelation on the side and choppy, definitely not very clean. That was pretty cheaply put together, so you do notice that. And the sound effects, which I'm not sure why it's not making the sound effects anymore. I don't think I disabled that, but sound effects are a little annoying, so disabling those might be a decent idea. But overall, compared to all the other Snake games on Windows Phone, this is actually probably the best one that you can get. There really aren't that many superb games for Snake. And there's the sound effects if you can hear them at all. It's a little yelp. Yep. Sounds a little weird, and personally not my favorite, but this really is the best Snake game you can get on Windows Phone. And I mean, I'm not saying it's actually really great, it's just the best that we have right now. So it could definitely see improvement with options on controls and updated visuals instead of that really pixelated, cheaply drawn sort of shape. And Definitely an improvement with the online leaderboards load speed because those are super slow. But otherwise, it's a good game to check out for free in the marketplace. And if you're a fan of Snake and you used to play it, you'll find yourself having a lot of fun with this game. So you can download Snake 8 in the marketplace for free or for 99 cents.